She showed up. She got a whole man. A whole man. He's in the goddamn NBA. The nigga's dropping 25, 35, 45 points. He's balling like it's going out of style. He's bringing home the chicken to buy her all type of Hermes Birkins. He buying her whatever the fuck she want. By the way, most women in this lifetime don't look up to get one baby by a millionaire. She's got 2 babies by 2 millionaires. She's hit the human lottery.
When NBA Youngboy's ex, Jenia Michelle, showed up at his concert screaming every lyric and locking eyes with him from the crowd, it wasn't just another fan moment, because somewhere across the country, her current man, NBA star Dejounte Murry, was watching those same clips, and within hours, their entire relationship was over. From Youngboy walking away from Jenia years ago, to her building a new life with an NBA player, to it all crashing down in one viral night.
People be worried about me, and I don't be stunting nobody. Like, I literally stunt nobody. I don't care about nobody. I don't look at nobody. I mind my business. I be in my own world. Literally, I be in my own world. But what y'all not about to see is me with nobody for a long time. As long as I was in a relationship, 3 years? It's as long as I'm gonna be single.
This story shows how love, loyalty, and fame can collide in the messiest way possible. I'm about to break down every single piece of this wild story for you, so sit back, because what you're about to hear involves love, betrayal, broke promises, and one woman who said she'd never rely on a man for money again until she did, twice.
Most women in this lifetime don't look up to get one baby by a millionaire. She's got 2 babies by 2 millionaires. She's hit the human lottery.
Let me tell you how we got here, gang. Now, to really understand this situation, we gotta go all the way back. We talking about Jenia, shorty who became one of NBA Youngboy's baby mamas back in the day. If you've been following YB, you know this man got a whole village of kids and baby mamas, but Jenia, she was different for a minute. They had their thing going on around 2019, 2020, real lovey-dovey, posting each other, the whole 9. She was rocking with him heavy during some of his wildest times when he was beefing with everybody and catching cases left and right. But here's the thing about Youngboy fam. This man don't do stability. He got commitment issues on another level, and the streets know it. Between the music, the legal troubles, the constant drama with other baby mamas, and his explosive personality, relationships with YB got an expiration date. And Jenia found that out the hard way. Around late 2020, early 2021, things started falling apart between them. Word on the street is that Youngboy was juggling too many women, too many situations, and Jenia got tired of being one of many. Plus, you gotta remember, YB was going through it. He had that case in Louisiana, then he got locked up on federal weapons charges in 2021. And during all that chaos, he wasn't exactly being a stand-up partner to any of these women. So Jenia bounced, and when she left loud. Shorty hopped on Instagram Live talking that talk. She said, and I quote, "I will never rely on another man for money. I'm done being somebody's option. I'm building my own empire, and the next time y'all see me, I'm gonna be on my own shit."
I want to be independent. Like, I went through the phase of being in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, working, being in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, now I'm working again. And throughout it all, like, I just feel at peace when I'm making my own money, I'm making my own moves, I have my own stuff going on. I have to be with someone that understands this is what I want to do. Either you like it or you don't. If you don't like it, okay, let me know that in the beginning so I can go ahead and go about my business. But I don't feel like I'll ever put myself in a position where I'm completely 110% depending on someone ever again. That's just not happening.
The internet ate that up. Women were in the comments like, "Yas, sis, get your own." Men were like, "She finally learned her lesson." Everybody thought Jenia was about to become this independent queen who was done with the drama. She even started posting her little business ventures, talking about investing in herself, taking classes, all that good stuff. But here's where it gets crazy, fam. Fast forward to late 2022. Jenia's living in Atlanta, staying low-key, raising her kid, doing her thing. Then one night, she ends up at a Hawks game. Nothing unusual, right? Atlanta stays packed with celebrities and influencers at these games, but on this particular night, she caught the eye of none other than Dejounte Murry, the Hawks' star point guard. Now, if you don't know who Dejounte is, let me put you on game. This man is a problem on the court. All-star caliber player, defensive beast, getting paid millions. We talking about a dude making $17 million a year at that time. He's the type of player who's humble, stays out of drama, and keeps his personal life private. Total opposite of NBA Youngboy's chaotic energy. According to people who was there that night, Dejounte seen Jenia, asked about her, got her info, and started shooting his shot respectfully. They started dating quietly. No social media posts, no public appearances, keeping it real private. And honestly, that's probably what attracted Jenia to him. After all the circus with Youngboy, here comes this stable, successful, drama-free man who actually has his life together. By mid-2023, things got serious. Jenia started showing up courtside at more Hawks games. They were spotted together in LA, Miami, Houston. The blogs picked it up, and eventually they just made it official. Dejounte even posted her on his story a few times. Nothing crazy, but enough to let people know, yeah, this is my girl. And fam, the lifestyle upgrade was real. We talking private jets, designer everything, courtside seats, fancy restaurants, luxury vacations. Jenia went from being one of Youngboy's baby mamas in Baton Rouge to living that NBA girlfriend lifestyle in Atlanta. And you could see the change in her whole demeanor. She was glowing, posting captions about peace and choosing better and leveling up. The streets started talking. People were saying Jenia really won. She escaped that toxic situation and found herself a real man with real money. Others was clowning Youngboy like she upgraded from a troubled rapper to an NBA All-Star. But that's just the beginning though. October 2024, NBA Youngboy announces a surprise concert in Atlanta. Now, this is significant because YB barely does shows these days. Between his legal issues and his house arrest situations, the man rarely performs live. So when he announced this Atlanta date, it sold out in minutes. Everybody wanted to see him, and guess who got tickets? Yup, Jenia. Now here's where people start asking questions. Why would Jenia, who's dating Dejounte Murry, who supposedly moved on from Youngboy, who said she'd never look back, why would she go to her ex's concert? And not just go, but go alone, without Dejounte, and post about it on her story.
I remember at one point she had been locked down on my own. You know I can't move around, they were popping it on me, huh?
The night of the concert, October 14th, 2024, Jenia shows up looking like a whole snack. Tight dress, hair done, makeup beat to the gods. She gets to the venue, and people immediately start recognizing her and recording. She don't care though. Shorty is in her element. When Youngboy hits the stage, Jenia is in the front. Not just front row, I'm talking about barricade, center stage, where YB can literally see her face. And fam, what happened next is what broke the internet. Youngboy performs Make No Sense, one of his most emotional tracks. And while he's performing, he locks eyes with Jenia, dead serious. And Shorty, she's singing every single word. Not just casually singing along, nah, she's performing it back to him, pointing at him, dancing, looking like she's in a whole music video. The chemistry was visible. You could feel that energy through the screen. Multiple people in the crowd recorded it. Different angles, different perspectives, but they all showed the same thing. Jenia was fully locked in on Youngboy, and he was definitely clocking her in that crowd. At one point, YB even smirked and nodded at her during the performance. The way they was looking at each other, man, that ain't how you look at your ex when you're over them. That's that unfinished business type energy. Videos started flooding Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. The captions was crazy. Jenia at the Youngboy concert acting like she ain't got an NBA boyfriend at home. Dejounte Murry gonna see this and crash out. She really went to her baby daddy's concert while dating another man. The disrespect. That's not how you move when you're in a happy relationship. By the next morning, the videos had millions of views. Every blog picked it up. The Shade Room, Academics TV, No Jumper, everybody was talking about it. And you know Dejounte saw it. Everybody in his mentions was tagging him, clowning him, sending him the clips. The investigation. Now here's where people started connecting the dots, fam. First, people went back and noticed that Jenia had been posting cryptic stuff for weeks before the concert. Stuff like, some connections never really die, and the heart wants what it wants, and history hits different. At the time, people thought she was just posting regular girl captions, but looking back, Shorty was telling y'all exactly what it was. Second, somebody dug up an old interview clip from 2021 where Jenia was talking about her relationship with Youngboy. She said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "People don't understand what me and him had. That wasn't just some regular relationship. We got a soul tie that's never gonna break, whether we're together or not."
Has anybody ever asked you to give their music to your baby daddy?
Of course, all the time.
That's
I get
wild.
Email beats. I just want people to understand that I'm not him. You gotta find ways to connect to him, and trying to connect to him through me ain't happening.
Yeah.
I don't even allow random people in my space. So
To turn him on to a random person.
yeah, it's like, because what if you didn't say something, now I'm in hot water because you didn't say something that was out of line. Like, I stay in my own lane.
A soul tie, fam. She literally called it a soul tie. That's the type of connection that don't just disappear because you start dating somebody else. Third, people started analyzing Dejounte's social media. Around late September, early October 2024, he stopped posting Jenia completely. The stories stopped. The game day posts with her in them stopped. He was still liking her pictures, but that lovey-dovey content, gone. Something was already off before that concert even happened. Then people started asking, did Dejounte know she was going to that concert? Did she tell him? Or did she just go behind his back? According to sources close to the situation, and we got this from multiple people in their circle, Jenia told Dejounte she was going to visit a friend in Atlanta. Mind you, they was already in Atlanta, so that story didn't even make sense. But Dejounte was on a road trip with the Hawks, so he wasn't home to question it. When them videos hit the internet, Dejounte was in a hotel room in Milwaukee. The team had a game the next day, and according to people who was there, this man seen the clips and immediately got on FaceTime with Jenia. The call lasted over an hour, and let's just say it didn't go well. The aftermath. By October 16th, 2024, 2 days after the concert, Dejounte Murry had completely scrubbed Jenia from his Instagram. Every picture, every story highlight, everything, gone. Deleted, erased like she never existed. Jenia tried to do damage control. She posted on her story, "Y'all love making something out of nothing. I'm a grown woman who can go wherever I want. That's my child's father and I support his music. Relax." But the internet wasn't buying it, fam. The comments was brutal. "You was staring at him like y'all was still together. Stop playing. Dejounte said bet and dumped you. You fumbled a whole NBA player for a rapper who don't even claim you anymore. Remember when you said you'd never rely on a man again? Now you back to square one." That last comment hit different because it was true. People pulled up that old video of her saying she'd never depend on another man, and the comparisons was wild.
Put myself in a position where I'm completely 110% depending on someone ever again. That's just not happening.
Here she was, lost in NBA relationship because she couldn't let go of her toxic ex. Then, about a week later, the real tea spilled. According to sources in Atlanta, Dejounte didn't just break up with Jenia over the phone. Nah, when he got back from the road trip, he went to the house they shared, the house he was paying for, and had movers come pack up all her stuff. He put her out completely, changed the locks, changed the security codes, the whole nine. He wasn't playing no games. Jenia had to move back in with her family. All that luxury lifestyle, gone. The private jets, the courtside seats, the designer shopping sprees, all of it disappeared overnight because she couldn't stay away from Youngboy. And the craziest part, Youngboy didn't even take her back. After all that drama, after she fumbled a whole NBA player for him, YB kept it pushing. He didn't post her, didn't comment on the situation, didn't reach out publicly. To him, she was just another face in the crowd at his concert. That's it. The internet had a field day with this. Memes was flying. Jenia chose chaos over stability. She went from an all-star to no star. Youngboy probably don't even remember she was there. But here's what really got people talking. Somebody found old tweets from Jenia from back in 2020 when she was still with Youngboy. She had tweeted stuff like, "I'd rather struggle with a real one than be comfortable with a fake one." And money don't mean nothing if the connection ain't real. So people started saying, she never really wanted stability. She's addicted to the toxicity. She's one of them girls who can't function without drama. The bigger picture. Now let's zoom out and talk about what this whole situation really represents, fam. This ain't just about one woman making a bad decision. This is about something deeper that we see all the time in hip-hop culture and in relationships in general. The pull of toxic connections. Jenia had everything most women dream about. A successful, handsome, drama-free man who treated her right and could provide a stable life. But she still couldn't let go of Youngboy, a man who got 10 other baby mamas, constant legal troubles, and a track record of messy relationships. Why? Because that toxic energy is addictive. It's passionate, it's intense, it's unpredictable. And for some people, peace and stability feels boring compared to that chaos. They get used to the roller coaster, and when life gets calm, they don't know how to act. The other thing this situation shows is the danger of not doing the real healing work after toxic relationships. Jenia left Youngboy, but she never really processed what happened between them. She never cut that soul tie she talked about. So even though she found something better, she was still emotionally attached to what was broken. And let's talk about that video where she said she'd never rely on another man for money. That statement was powerful when she said it, but actions speak louder than words, fam. She went from depending on Youngboy to depending on Dejounte, and now she's back to square one. That's not independence. That's just switching dependence from one man to another. The reality is, you can't level up in your relationships until you level up internally. You can change locations, change partners, change lifestyles, but if you don't change your mindset and heal your trauma, you'll keep repeating the same patterns. And for all the people clowning Jenia, and trust me, the internet is ruthless with her right now, we gotta remember that this is somebody's real life. She's got a kid to raise, and now she's navigating this public embarrassment and starting over from scratch. But at the same time, you gotta be accountable for your choices. She knew what she was doing when she went to that concert. She knew how it would look. She knew Dejounte would see it, and she did it anyway. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. And choices got consequences. So where do things stand now? As of right now, November 2024, Jenia is single, back living with family, and trying to rebuild her image on social media. She's posting about being a mom, about her healing journey, about learning from her mistakes. But the comments, they ain't letting her live it down. Dejounte Murry has moved on with his life. He's focused on basketball. His team just made a playoff push, and he's been seen courtside with a whole different woman. He completely finessed that situation, cut her off quick, didn't engage with the drama publicly, and kept it pushing. That's how you move when you got self-respect. And Youngboy, man, he probably don't even remember this whole situation happened. He's still making music, still dealing with his legal issues, still doing his thing. To him, Jenia was just another X in the crowd. He didn't lose nothing from this. The real question is, what did Jenia learn from all this? Did she really understand that you can't build a new life while holding on to old toxicity? Or is she gonna repeat this pattern with the next man who gives her a chance?
Don't let me take you on a date. Never. This era of my life is loving me, learning what I like and don't like. This era is all about Jenia. So I don't want to go on no dates. I don't want to date nobody. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to live, laugh, and love.
But one thing's for sure, this whole situation is a perfect example of how some people would rather have chaos with someone they can't let go of than peace with someone who's actually good for them. And in the end, the only person who loses is the one who couldn't make up their mind about what they really wanted. This is your boy breaking down the real tea for y'all. If you learned something from this story, hit that like button. Drop a comment telling me what you think Jenia should have done differently. And subscribe because we got more content like this coming every single week. Remember fam, toxic love will have you fumbling blessings you ain't even realize you had. Don't be like Jenia. Choose peace, choose growth, choose better. I'm out. Peace.